Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Glam Bodybuilding. Mountain. And somebody just asked me if they could train more than once in a day. Now, of course, anybody can train more than once in a day, and one could argue that you could get great results from this. And I will be talking about this in a future video and, you know, going about how I do it. But the bottom line is that there's a million different ways to do it. Like, say you had to train chest, for instance. Say you're doing a bro split and you want to get in twice as much volume for a certain muscle group, but you don't want your energy to be the weak link. It does make sense to, say, hit upper chest in the morning and then hit lower chest at night. So say you train upper chest in the morning for 10 sets or whatever, upper chest period, like, you know, 5 sets of presses, 5 sets of flies, and then at night you do 5 sets of flat and then 5 sets of flies on the flat. Whatever way you choose to structure your workout, and I'm just giving a general sort of idea here, just with one body part, right? But say you train one part of the body part in the morning, one part at night, one could argue that that could be effective just because of energy itself not becoming the limitation. Because especially when you're doing high volume workouts to failure, right? Say you're really pushing it to failure during these sets, you do tend to run out of energy about 5 sets in, 4 sets in, maybe 8 sets, you know, somewhere around there, you start to run out of energy. So if you're doing a really high volume type of workout and you find that you get a lot of results from this, yeah, maybe training in the morning, one part of that muscle, and training the other part at night, there could be something to that. At least it could be worth an experiment, right? Because after you finish your workout, then you can eat, refuel, recarb up, re-creatine up, re-protein up, all that stuff. And then when you go to hit that muscle again at night, you'll probably have a lot more energy for that second part of the muscle, such as the lower chest as opposed to the upper chest and so forth, right? With biceps, for instance, you could do this. I mean, if you're crazy, I mean, I don't do it this way, but if you're crazy about biceps and you want to separate the hammer curl type of biceps and reverse curls along with the brachii, in the morning you could do all of your incline bicep curls along with your barbell bicep curls supinated, and then at night you can go to hammer curls or reverse grip curls, right? And that could be the way you separate your bicep workout, assuming that you are experiencing extreme fatigue or exhaustion in the biceps from the morning workout of 10 sets or whatever it was you're doing, right? Now, when we talk about legs or some of the bigger body parts, this really starts to make more sense, such as training quadriceps in the morning and then training hamstrings at night. Because most of the time guys do their leg day all in one day, right? So if you do your leg day, then do the back half at night and, you know, but if you're crazy about quadriceps and you just want to work on more the outer sweep and more the partial reps in the morning and then more the medialis work at night, you could do that too, right? So it depends on what you're experiencing, but one could argue, like I said, that you will not be experiencing a limitation or as much of a limitation of just physical energy. So therefore you can push those individual exercises or parts of a muscle into a deeper level of failure, right? Because the quadricep has 4 muscles, right? There's the outer sweep, there's the medialis, there's the rectus femoris, and the vastus intermedius, which is underneath that. So there are different aspects of the quadricep. Now, I don't train them all separate. I don't go crazy with this. I'm just trying to say this for an example of how you could structure things depending on what you wanted to work on, right? Now, another way of doing this is that you just do one body part in the morning and then a different body part at night. A lot of pros have done that. A lot of different people have trained that way because, again, for the same reason, they find that they don't have the limitation of energy reserves that were used on the first body part being taken up, and therefore the second body part they can't put as much intensity into. So they find when they take a break in between and carb up and fuel up, then come back to the gym, maybe they even take a nap, you know, some of these pros, you know, take a nap and stuff, then they come back to the gym, then they're fresh for training that second body part even more intensely. So these are some ways to do it. Now myself, I train super frequent. I sometimes find that the feeder workout type of thing works really great. Like, so say you wanted to train whole body workouts or you wanted to train 2-day splits or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with training those same exercises you're going to train at night, but train them in the morning super light, almost like glorified warm-ups just to get the blood going. And then as you get the blood going, what'll happen is when you hit the gym later on that night, you're going to feel like the groove is there and that you're almost already warmed up. It's like your muscles already feel springy and ready for action. So it's like you're priming the body and getting it ready for a more intense session later. And I talk about this I think I called it warm-up workouts, but you basically do little workouts that aren't based on intensity, aren't based on you going to failure, but they're just on you getting the blood going, just starting to get the energies going. So that way, by the time you come to the intense workout, that second wind has kicked in and you have more energy and more ability to be more intense when you are training the muscle group later on. So yeah, the answer is you can train more than once in a day. You just have to basically adjust your volume or your intensity to make sure that you're not overtraining or doing too much, right? Because that could be the thing. So if you notice you're starting to feel burned out, then just back off on the volume or back off on the intensity, and this will help you recover, and therefore you can still get the benefit of frequent workouts, but at the same time not overtraining. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now. Mountain. That was a flex for them out there, because we know the monsters are watching, right? You know they're watching. They're just waiting for their opportunity to attack. So the odd time I have to look back at the forest to make sure that no eyeballs are on me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I know I can't depend on you guys. You're not watching my back. Hey, you won't be telling me if something's sneaking up on me. You wouldn't be saying anything. And if you did say something, it'd be too late, because by the time you write the comment down, I would have already had to edit the video, put the video up on YouTube, and I'd already be dead. So it wouldn't work. Do you see my conundrum? Yeah. Mountain.
But I can't.